days ago, back on April the 11th at home against the Lakers. They have won 20 in a row, 31 of their last 33. Duncan coming up short, played well by Perkins.
That's the strength of Kendrick Perkins right there.
Harden all the way.
He's still yelling at us, Rich.
Is it us that he's upset with?
Perkins still glaring over at us. We've called him the best low post defender in the NBA about 5 times in this series, haven't we?
And that's the problem when you talk about coaching versus criticism.
Tim Duncan with a strong move. So Duncan with his 3rd field goal. He has 7 points. Reggie, I think he's staring at Steve.
I do believe it's me. I think he's coming out.
I think it's us. We're a team here, so I'm going to lump myself in with you, Steve. I've got your back, buddy.
You see, Reggie thrives on this.
Yo, I love it.
Oh,
he can be mad all day with me. But Kendrick Perkins knows that we are fans of his. But in game 2,
don't pull back. Don't do that.
You come with a softball and then you come hard.
That's like saying, well, he's a really good guy, but
I was coming with my butt, Marv.
Here's Parker, rebounded by Westbrook.
And good job by Perkins on the ISO with Tony Parker. He switched and he stayed in front of him.
Here's Durant. Oklahoma City with a 1-point lead. This crowd is overpowering here at the start. Westbrook looking for the steal and deflected it out of bounds.
Well, Kevin Durant just exploded over the top of the Spurs defense. Oklahoma City riding the energy of this crowd, but the Spurs have done a nice job of staying close here early.
Defense. That's how we play. That's how we play. Our adjustment was made. We're playing better, playing harder. Keep playing together, guys.
Inside tracks covered by State Farm. Get to a better state. Greg Popovich telling us exactly that point prior to tonight's game regarding how they played defensively in the second half in game 2, although they were brilliant for most of the game, particularly in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, in the half court, Greg Popovich knows his defense can slow down Oklahoma City. In the full court, no chance.
Steven Jackson over Nick Collison, who just checked in. That was a 2, had a foot on the line, and now Derek Fisher has come on for Oklahoma City. Had the terrific shooting first game when he connected on his first 6 shots and came out firing away. Did not shoot well in game 2. Nice move by Durant.
One dribble at 6'9". Kevin Durant able to get to the rim. If you're splitter, your rotation has to be quicker.
Thiago Splitter also on the floor, coming on with this group. And a foul is called.
Offensive foul.
Splitter was backing in on Fisher.
And a switch there defensively. This was almost a shot clock violation when Jackson just barely beat the clock for that jumper. But on that last defensive possession, Oklahoma City switched. And I like that philosophy here. When you switch, it doesn't allow the pick and roll rhythm to take place as Durant picks up the offensive foul.
It's that up and under, clearing space that Kevin Durant picks up that offensive foul. Smart veteran move there by Steven Jackson.
Gary Neal, 2nd-year player out of Towson, who had an excellent shooting opening game of the series. Here's Jackson, this time for 3. Steven Jackson, who had that clutch 3-pointer down the stretch in game 1, has hit a 20-footer and now hits the 3-pointer.
This is what we always talk about with the Spurs. They have so many weapons. It's just a different guy from one night to the next.
And Derek Fisher knocks down his first attempt. So the game is tied at 20. Neal, yes, as the shooting is picked up.
Gary Neal has been hot throughout the playoffs. Some nights hotter than others, but for the most part, even like the other night, he came in, only played 9 minutes, but he made a big jump shot in the second half when Oklahoma City was making its run.
Oh, the tip by Collison.
And that time Splitter came over quickly, but no one sunk down to take Collison off the board.
With Splitter on the floor, a bit early for it, but the Spurs feel that Scott Brooks could do the same as he did the other night as Bonner is off on that attempt. And that is go hack a Splitter.
And Brooks right now has Durant guarding Splitter, so it gives him better pick and roll coverage on that high screen, and then Collison slides over to Bonner, the shooter.
Durant tried to spin through 3 Spurs and lost the ball. Final seconds of this first quarter. And San Antonio will hold for a last shot. The Thunder jump. Oh, a hard hit by Cephalosha.
Wow, that's right to the chin, and that's going to be a flagrant one. 2 shots in the ball for the Spurs. Cephalosha was just trying to take the foul here that goes right to the throat area of Ginobili.
Well, it was inadvertent. Obviously, he wasn't trying to hurt him, but anytime you get a shot up in that face area, it's pretty much an automatic flagrant. The crowd doesn't like it. But
why? Why are they booing?
Well, because it's the home crowd. I mean, they're not objective, Reggie.
Well, the rule is if there is contact against the player with or without the ball, and the official's interpretation is unnecessary contact, it's a flagrant one.
I'll say this, in the closing moments of this first quarter, I love the early energy by the Thunder and the way that the Spurs have settled down here late.
Offensive foul.
Yeah, Bonner came over on the screen, and some of that is Gary Neal's fault. He went a little too early on his drive, not allowing Bonner to set up, but Derek Fisher did a great job of running into the screen.
Final seconds of the quarter. Durant gets it off. Oklahoma City opened up with 8 unanswered points. A turnover festival by Spurs. Have a 2-point lead after 1 quarter of play. Just moments ago, Craig Sager with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich.
Well, Coach, after they scored the first 8 points of the game, how did you not only weather the storm, but take the lead?
You just keep playing.
Steven Jackson's been playing well at both ends. How much time will he be guarding Kevin Durant tonight?
I don't know. This game will tell that.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to you, Mark.
Well, not exactly Mr. Shuckles. Obviously not happy with his team's play, but I would say that's one for the archives.
I'm going to throw this at you. What's the worst job in sports? Being a hockey goalie, being an NBA ref, or interviewing Greg Popovich on the sidelines?
Wow, everyone's a little surly. Let's all take a deep breath here. Count to 5.
Emotions are high, Reggie. But don't take it out on the TNT crew.
Ginobili knocks down a 3 to get the second quarter underway.
Series of jab steps there by Ginobili. Really kind of set back Ibaka, who's not used to guarding perimeter players behind that arc.
Collison given room. Nick Collison, who goes back to his days with the Seattle Sonics and has been with this franchise since he was selected as a #1 draft pick back in 2003 by the Sonics. The runner by Neal, rebounded by Collison. Cephalosha brings it across on Bonner. Nice feed for Ibaka.
Even without Westbrook and Durant, Oklahoma City is able to run off the miss. That was very poor transition defense from the Spurs. I mean, with this particular lineup out there for Oklahoma City, they've got to be able to stop that.
Looking over at the San Antonio bench, Greg Popovich took a little stroll. He is very unhappy with their defensive play.
That's the one thing he said was going to be key tonight was transition defense. And I think that glare was towards Splitter. Splitter was slow getting back in transition to find Ibaka.
You have to sprint to the paint in transition any night in the NBA, but particularly against teams like Miami or Denver or Oklahoma City. Sprint back to the paint and then worry about the perimeter.
Foul on Ibaka, that is his second. Ginobili putting moves on Ibaka, the shot blocked.
The adjustment the Thunder are making, they're switching those pick and rolls with Ginobili and Parker with the smaller unit.
Cephalosha for three. He has the touch from the angle and the corner, although he has not shot the three real well in the postseason.
But I think with more minutes, that shot will come. And I think Cephalosha is so good defensively that he needs to be out on the floor.
Harden.
I thought he got fouled, Marv.
I was waiting for the call.
Yeah.
I thought they were about to say and one. That's a 9-0 run now for the Thunder to take a 4-point lead.
And here's the problem when Tony Parker goes to the bench. Even though Ginobili is the primary ball handler, Neal at times has to, and he gets these Spurs into the offense very slowly.
Oh, he blocked it with the block on Bonner. Here comes Harden. Neal is back. Harden. Offensive foul.
That's a bad call.
That's a horrible call.
That is a bad call there by Bill Spooner. Neal was still moving in transition.
He has no chance at position here. He slides right into him, bumps him with his shoulder. Crowd has every right to be upset. This is a better angle here. He just slides over, and look at that. I mean, you have to square yourself up to draw that charge. The crowd just saw it on the big screen.
Looks like a technical foul has been called against Oklahoma City. And Ginobili to the line. We're checking out who was teed up.
And it looks like Gary Neal, I don't know if it's his shoulder or if he got the wind knocked out of him. Walking very gingerly down to the baseline.
And the technical was called on Kevin Durant, who had something to say to one of the officials.
Which becomes important for later. You know, Durant needs to be reminded by a coach right now, one more and you're out, so play it cool the rest of the way.
And you can go out on a double technical. That's where you can get in trouble. Offensive foul. It is on Splitter.
It's funny how things find a way to make themselves up.
Even themselves out. Yeah.
Next time down the floor.
Fisher and Westbrook in the backcourt. Ginobili got picked off, and Harden to the rim. Blocking foul will put Harden at the line. As Splitter is called for his third. 3 minutes gone by here in the second. The Thunder on a roll, leading by 3.